Hey Aziza, nice to see more essays from you. Let's get right into your corrections. Okay, the first one is the restaurant where you were unhappy about your experience. Let's see what you had to say. Dear Sir, Madam, my name is AZIZA Navrozova, and I have been a frequent customer of yours for over half a year. Okay? However, I'm writing this letter to extend my disappointment. Well, you don't mean extend, you mean express my disappointment with the recent dinner me and my colleagues. Okay, you can't really say this in a letter like this. It's a little informal. Not a little, it's very informal. It needs to be my colleagues. You always put the other person first, and then it has to be my colleagues and I. So the recent dinner my colleagues and I had at your restaurant. We arrived there on Friday at 7 p.m. at the precise time we had booked earlier, okay? Because first you booked it and then you arrived there, so this should be past perfect. Not only did we have to wait, now this is inversion, you've probably heard me talk about this either in one of the podcasts or maybe in one of the corrections, but when you start a sentence off with not only, you have to invert it and you have to use question form. So not only did we have to wait until the table was freed, but it also took an eternity for the waiter to take our orders. Careful with the spelling of waiter, it's an ER. Moreover, the appetizers we asked to bring as soon as possible were served just at the same time as the steaks were. Now, the steaks is spelled wrong here. You want S-T-E-A-K-S, which is meat, and steaks here is something totally different, which in turn all came medium rare, although only my boss ordered it. I don't know what this means. I think you mean this way. While the rest of us asked for, I think you mean here, well done steaks, or well done ones. Well done is when there's like no red in it. Yet, the main reason why I'm contacting you is because we all had a severe stomachache thereafter. Well, afterwards probably would have fit here better, which sadly means products were not fresh. I'm exceedingly displeased with the service provided on that day to us and the quality of food, and therefore, you didn't need the and here, okay? Just therefore, would like you to process a full refund as soon as is convenient. I look forward to a swift resolution to this matter. Yours faithfully. All right, nice. For the most part, it was good. There were a couple little areas of your grammar, but okay, fine. Now, let's go to this one. This one's really interesting. You have two questions here. So, basically, Aziza, you need to answer this in the first question, in the first paragraph, in the first body paragraph, that is, and this one in the second body paragraph. So let's see how you handled this. The issue of the effectiveness of the conventional education, but just conventional education, has grown in importance over the last few decades. I personally believe that the educational paradigms must be completely changed as they were established as a response to the Industrial Revolution and are no longer relevant. Lovely, nice vocabulary, interesting point of view, lovely. To begin with, it goes without saying that the standardized education lays waste to children's creativity and natural talents. A list of historians agree that public education was made available at the age of industrialization, not the, in order to create more human resources to work in fabrics, and is thereby predicated on the hierarchy of subjects on top of which there is always math and science. Wow, a lot of information in that sentence, and I feel like somewhere you should have probably cut it. Like here, for example, you could have said, this is thereby predicated on the hierarchy of subjects, at the top of which, not on top, but at the top of which were math and science. I think that's what you're trying to say here. Nowadays, neuroscientists you're saying nowadays, so it should be now, are able to establish that arts and physical exercises are as important for developing cognitive skills as math and science are. Moreover, several lines of evidence suggest that children are born creative and curious. To that end, given that a good deal of teenagers drop out of schools because they find them boring, one can reasonably assume that current schooling systems are faulty. Good. I liked this very much. I found it interesting to read, and it was easy to read, actually. However, there already exist a number of schools which provide alternative education, albeit they are private and not available for the large just for the masses, or the mass public, or something like that, but you don't have to say the large masses. The greater masses, perhaps. Now, you didn't need yet here because you already have albeit. I feel that they can beget a seismic shift in education by proving to be more effective than traditional schools. Being mostly focused on developing different kinds of skills, these schools have already succeeded in one immensely important point. Children studying there enjoy their lessons and do not endure them as their counterparts do in conventional schools. In addition, some non-traditional schools have eliminated grades, which means students there are able to grow academically at their own rate. I believe this to be a positive development since all children are unique and therefore should not be forced to sit through the same lessons as their peers. Lovely, lovely. I don't think I had to change much except for that second sentence there, but it's beautiful. To conclude, in my opinion, standardized education stifles children's divergent thinking and national aptitudes, and governments must take responsibility and implement, you know what, because you've got a lot of, because I know, I mean, obviously your hang of grammar is pretty good. So rather than having and, let's do something fun with this conclusion here, Aziza. So, to conclude, in my opinion, standardized education stifles children's divergent thinking and national aptitudes. Therefore, governments must take responsibility by implementing non-traditional education patterns in public schools. See, I just got rid of 2 of your ands, and I made it sound a little more grammatically sophisticated. Okay? And I'm confident that you can do the exact same thing. So, nice job with these, Aziza. Keep on writing. I hope I get to see more of your essays. I really enjoyed reading these. So, keep on writing, and I will wait for more of these from you.